Hey everybody, it's me Ashish, and before we begin, I just want to give a quick thank you to everybody listening, watching, and supporting the podcast. It means the world to us, and we're so appreciative. I just want to let you guys know that you guys can always ask us questions, give us segment ideas, and keep up with the fun, all at AshishandFriends.com. We're on Twitter at AshishandPals, we're on Instagram at AshishandFriends, and hey, we're even on Facebook, facebook.com/AshishandFriendsPod. If you're watching this video, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to the channel. All that following and liking and subscribing will help us grow and keep going, so we appreciate it so much. And once again, thank you, and I hope you enjoy the episode. Yes, welcome to another great episode of the Ashish and Friends podcast. As always, I'm your host, Ashish. You can hit me up on Instagram and on Twitter at AshishAiry. Of course, I'm joined with my longtime friends and hosts. We've got Ryan, and we've got Dev at Supaleza on social media, so hit him up. As always, you can keep up with the fun, ask us questions, give us segment ideas at AshishandFriends.com. We're also on Instagram, Ashish and Friends. We usually put up our polls there, so please give us a follow. And we're also on Twitter at Ashish and Pals. And if you want, why not? Why not join us on Facebook too? Facebook.com/Ashish and Friends Pod. So today we've got something really exciting, probably like a majority of everyone's childhood from our generation. We're going to be talking about Pokemon, and we're going to be drafting our 6 Pokemon. Just some quick rules. We did take out all the legendary Pokemon, so we're talking about the birds in Generation 1, Mew and Mewtwo, and like those dogs in Generation 2.
And Ho-Oh and Lugia.
Yeah, Ho-Oh and Lugia as well.
Yeah.
And so what we're going to do is we're going to draft our team, and we're actually going to go to like Pokemon Showdown and duke it out, and we're going to see which team has the best ones. I think the little confusing thing right here is like, do you want a really OP team, or are you trying to take your favorites, right? So real quickly, we're just going to discuss, kind of our Pokemon background real quick, and maybe our little strategy, and then we'll get into it. All right, guys. So Ryan, let's start with you. So you grew up with Pokemon, obviously, with me and Dev. So like, what games did you play? Did you watch the TV show? Go ahead.
So this is the only game I played. Game Boy Color, blue version.
Yeah.
It's the only one I played. I never got into Gen 2. We did have a gold version. I never played that one. But I was a Gen 1 blue version. Way to go.
Nice.
Got pretty into it.
Are you gonna stick to just Gen 1 Pokemon then?
Most of
Okay.
this.
Yeah. I don't know if Ashish mentioned, but we're only doing Gen 1 and 2 for our Pokemon, so that's just where we have more familiarity.
And I did watch some of the Pokemon TV show, but I transitioned to Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think that's where it dropped off. But then Yu-Gi-Oh! Dropped off really hard. So
Yeah.
the Pokemon kept going. But that's kind of my history.
Wow. Okay. First of all, I didn't even know you were into Yu-Gi-Oh for a little bit, so we'll have to talk about that at some point as well. But dude, you know what? We have the same prop today. I have the same exact Game Boy, same exact game. But I'll throw it to Dev real quick. Dev, how about your background?
That's so.
What games?
That's so funny. I have the exact same Game Boy, and it's actually in my room. I didn't bring it as my prop today because I went with a little different prop. I want to take my favorite Pokemon game, which is when I was a kid. It was Pokemon Snap. It was the game where you used to take pictures of Pokemon. It was so much fun on the N64, and they're making a new one actually. So yeah, if you liked Pokemon Snap, check out the new one when it comes out. But I've actually played all the Pokemon games except Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, whatever that generation. I didn't play, but I played every other game. Yeah, I like Pokemon. I love Pokemon. I still play it competitively. Now it's like definitely Pokemon Showdown is one of those things I do in my free time. So I will probably, my draft strategy is probably to take a few more favorite Pokemon, because I'm pretty sure that I could catch you guys off guard with like crazy strategies and just win. But I don't want to do that because I think it would be less fun for everyone.
Right.
So I'm gonna try to like tone it back a little bit. So I don't I don't just go abusing your less Pokemon knowledge.
Yeah, so for me, I think that's kind of my strategy is just to take my favorites, and try to work it out. Because I think if I try to make an OP team, since we talked about Pokemon Showdown, I've been practicing a little bit, been getting my ass handed to me. So I'm just gonna go with my favorites. At least they'll look good out there. If they lose, they lose. If they win, they win. But yeah, so right there with Ryan and Dev, I grew up watching the show with my brother. Obviously had the Game Boy. I had like my brother had red and blue. This is actually his Game Boy. My Game Boy actually, did something stupid with it. We'll talk about it another time. But my parents blessed me with the game Yellow, the Pikachu, special edition Yellow, and that game was the best game of all time because people were like, "Oh, what Pokemon are you starting with?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm starting with Pikachu, and I'm getting all the starters at some point in this game." So it's like it's the most rigged game of all time. Like you get every single Pokemon, all the starters, and you get Pikachu, and it's dope.
The only problem is you can't get Raichu in Yellow because they don't let you evolve the Pikachu.
They don't, dude. But I don't know if you've ever seen Yellow, Ryan. But he follows you around, like he's behind you. And you can look at him and see if he's happy or sad or what's going on. But yeah, dude.
They actually brought it back for a later Pokemon game in Soul Silver and Heart Gold, which is the remake of Gen 2. They actually brought that back where you could get the Pokemon to follow you. And in Let's Go, the new Pokemon game. So it's like a really popular feature. It's so much fun having the little Pikachu follow you.
Yeah, dude, it was really cool. And like I said, like when I first got it, I was like, what is this game? Like everyone's talking about blue and red, and I'm like, I got yellow, but dude, yellow is the best game of all time. So I watched the TV show. My draft is gonna be super heavy on Generation 1 because I really was super into Generation 1. I mean, I know a little bit about Generation 2, but I didn't watch too much of it or play, Silver, Gold. My brother had Silver, but, it is what it is. It's obviously been a long time, but ever since I found this thing again, I've been playing for the past, 24 hours. I'm on my way to catching Mewtwo right now, so let's see how that goes. And, I was a huge Pokemon card collector. I don't know how. I don't think I have any right now, but I had the books and I put them in there. I never really played the game with anyone. I just collected the cards, and I thought they were really dope.
Protectors.
The sheep protector, yeah, I had some holographic ones going on. It was really dope. Just recently I got 2 Charizards that my brother sent me, the holographic ones, because I did get one. Something happened to it, but yeah. So without further ado. Yeah, dude. So yeah, I was super into Pokemon. Obviously, like I said, a huge part of our childhood. So without further ado, obviously, just like in the games, you get 6 Pokemon, and that's what we're gonna show down with. So we're gonna draft 6 Pokemon, and right here I'm gonna get the order. Okay, shit. Well, all right. So at number 3 we've got Dev. I think that's where you want to be at, to be honest. Yeah. There's 2 Pokemon I really want, and I want them back to back. If I don't get them, I'm gonna be very sad.
I think it's probably fine because I'm gonna stick to Gen 2 more since you guys are both going for Gen 1. So I think it'll be fine for you guys.
I hope so, dude. If we're all going pretty heavy on Generation 1, I think we'd get some scrubs. So at 2 we've got Ryan picking, and that means I get the number 1 pick overall. So I'm very excited because, the thing is, I'm super TV show biased, right? So what the Pokemon look like on the TV show is not really what their stats really look like, right? And Pokemon Showdown, I don't even know what their skill set is, right? Whereas in the games, you can actually adjust it to what you want. But I think the easy answer here, just based on the TV show and like I was just mentioning his name, I'm gonna take Charizard right here. I fell in love when I first got the Pokemon card, the holographic, 120 HP. He was really badass, dude. In the TV show, he had an anger issue, kind of probably like me when I was a child too, right? But he's just a badass, dude. It's like Ash was using him in all the heavy battles, and somehow Charizard would put off and be a badass mofo. Even as Charmander, as a little baby, his tail was running out of the fire, right, in the storm, and you just remember all those stories. And yeah, dude, Charizard's a badass, so I'm happy getting him here with the number 1 pick.
You got a strong Pokemon there. Fire blast away.
Yeah, I think it's funny that both of you had blue version. Yeah, your favorite Pokemon's Charizard, because I actually played red version. Nice. So, which had Charizard on the cover.
We'll have to talk about this maybe at the end, but kind of just about how some Pokemon weren't available in the games, right? You had to trade with other people to get some Pokemon, or the other versions to get all 150 or 151 it was. But right here, like I said, I had Charizard. So next is Ryan. If you want to go there, right there. But I have a question real quick. Who was your starter Pokemon? Like, was there one that you always took, or would you try to mix it up?
I always took Charizard.
So in Gen 1, I always took Charizard as well. Because, like, if you actually want to play the game, it's way easier to not take Charizard, because Charizard gets, like, screwed by the first 2 gyms. Like, you get absolutely demolished by Brock and Misty. So, like, if you're actually, like, trying to, like, run through the game fast, I think that Squirtle is a lot better. But Charizard's fun. I actually pick, like, different starters in each gen. Like, I don't stick to a type. Okay. So, like, in Gen 2, I take Feraligatr, which is a water type. In Gen 3, I take Sceptile, which is the grass type. So I kind of like switch it up.
Nice. That's pretty good, dude. I've only played a couple generations. I did have a 3DS just recently, probably like 2016. I don't have it on me right now, but I got like Omega Ruby or something. I'm not even sure who I went with, but I think the grass Pokemon is probably the one I'm least likely to pick. Charmander, dude, was just a badass. Like you said, the first 2 gyms you get screwed because like you got water and he's not that effective against the rock one. Yeah, Squirtle's definitely the way to go. I never chose Bulbasaur ever in my life, just because I think if you get Bulbasaur, then they get Charmander or something. It's like, oh shit, no, I'm not doing that. And I just think that Bulbasaur Evo is just not that great, right? Like the Pokemon doesn't look that great. His powers are, it is what it is. But
what's really funny about that is that like Venusaur is probably the best of the 3 competitively, like consistently through all of the generations, which is really interesting because no one ever picks him.
Totally true. All right, sorry guys, I was just going on a tangent right there. But Ryan, you got the number 2 pick. Who are you choosing?
So my favorite Pokemon of all time is Gyarados. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yes, Gyarados.
And this is for 2 reasons. Number 1 is you can evolve a Magikarp, which is only move is Splash, so it doesn't do anything, to one of the strongest Pokemon in the game, Gyarados. And I think that's amazing. And then number 2, I think Gyarados becomes a really strong Pokemon. I feel like I keep mispronouncing the name. But I feel like
that's fine.
Gyarados. But I feel like it becomes a really strong Pokemon from a not a very strong Pokemon. And then I just have to say that's a good analogy for life. You can be a worthless Pokemon that doesn't know any moves and become the strongest person you can find at the end of the day with training and hard work.
Let's not go with worthless. Let's go with like a weaker.
I actually think that was part of why that Pokemon is in the game, right? It's to reward the people who want to put in the work to get Gyarados, because it takes a lot of effort.
It takes a lot of freaking effort, dude. Especially if you're like not giving it off to the daycare center. You have to like start out with them and then take them out just so he gets the experience every time. Oh no. Okay, well, Dev, you have 2 back-to-back here. Just real quickly, Gyarados, love him. He's like always probably in my top 6 when I'm playing blue. Like you said, just a really strong Pokemon. He is like Hyper Beam, I think, and he can learn a lot of moves. Dev, 2 back-to-back.
All right. So I'm gonna go a little quicker because we do got to get through like 18 picks. So it's gonna be quick. So I'm gonna take what was actually 2 of my favorite Pokemon. So my favorite starter of all time is Feraligatr, who is the water starter for Gen 2. So I'm gonna take Feraligatr there with the first pick, and then with my second pick, I'm gonna take what I think is the stupidest Pokemon of all time, but I love it because I think it's so stupid, and that's Shuckle. So if you guys don't know what Shuckle is, it's this little bug rock Pokemon. It has extremely high defenses and some of the weakest offenses in the whole game. And it's pretty terrible, but I love Shuckle. It's a little bug that lives in a rock. What's not to love about it?
I love the name of the Pokemon. It makes me Shuckle.
Yeah.
No.
You actually get one for free in Gen 2. Like one of the guys actually gives you one. So he's like I can't protect this Pokemon. Here, you have it. You seem stronger than me.
No, I've seen the TV show, so I know about Shuckle. He just has like a huge shell, and he's like a little wormy looking dude,
Yeah, a little
dude.
worm in a rock.
But now that you're mentioning like high defenses, dude, playing Metapod in Generation 1, like one of the first Pokemons you can probably get, like his only moves Harden and shit, and you're like, oh man, what a piece of shit. All right, well Ryan, you're back on board. What are you going with your number 2 slot?
My number 2 pick is going to be Alakazam.
Oh shit. No, dude, why would you do that to me?
He evolves from Abra. You can teleport anywhere you want, and he has the greatest psychic moves ever. And I'm choosing Alakazam.
Yeah, dude, total badass, man. In the TV shows, he's a badass. Obviously, playing the games, you got Abra, who only can teleport, so it's really hard catching him. But yeah, dude, Kazam, oh shit, dude, Alakazam's just such a baddie, dude. 2 spoons? Oh man, he's fucking shit up with 2 spoons.
2 spoons,
He's fucking shit up with 2 spoons.
2
Abra,
spoons.
1 spoon. Yeah. 2 spoons, but always a got more, right? No, dude, Kadabra, even him with the 1 spoon, pretty badass. But I'm really upset when I said there's 2 Pokemon I really wanted. Alakazam was the other. But okay, well, I guess I'm back on board, right? And so right here, I'm gonna take the other one. I'm gonna take Gengar. Haunter is probably one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. But obviously I'm gonna take like the most evoed the Pokemon. But dude, ghost Pokemon, they know Psychic, they can do hypnosis and use like Dream Eater on you. Oh, it's really great shit. I was telling Ryan, I started playing Blue again. I taught my Haunter Thunder, so he's just a total badass. And yeah, I'm happy I could get Gengar. He's in the beginning of Generation games, like Generation 1 games, right? He's fighting that Nidoran or whatever.
I think he's really interesting because you have to like work to get Gengar and Alakazam because you got to trade to like evolve them. It's like really annoying to get them in games. So a lot of people fall in love with the Evo before, like Haunter and Kadabra.
Yeah.
Because you just can't get it unless you have a friend. You literally just can't get the Pokemon.
Right. No, so what I used to do was like me and my brother had the cable and then we'd trade each other. But yeah, no, I mean, I just like Haunter because he looked badass, right? Like the way he looked, his shape, it was just really dope. So right here, I have another pick. I guess I'm going to take another one of my favorites. He might not be the strongest, especially in Showdown, but I'm going to take Snorlax right here. In the games, for sure, he's a total badass because he can learn just about anything. I was telling Ryan again, just like the other day, I taught him Solar Beam in this game right now. I know he can learn like Ice Beam and like Thunder, and I don't know, dude, just total badass. I think he's probably more similar to me, right? He eats, he sleeps, and then he really fucks shit up, right? Like he's a total baddie. You got the Poke Flute going on. You put him to rest, restores his HP, and bam, dude. So I think he's probably one of the most consistent in my top 6. So I'm glad to get him right here.
You might not know this actually, but in Generation 2, Snorlax is the best Pokemon bar none. Like he's actually like better than the legendaries in that game. He's so strong in competitive. So it's like actually funny that you're like, oh, I don't know how good he is, but he's been a like relatively good competitive threat for all the generations. But in Gen 2, he is like the best Pokemon in the game.
That's pretty cool. No, I didn't know about that. I was just saying because I know in Generation 1 when I use him, he's on my roster. He's really dope. Ryan, you've got the number 3 pick right here, or like your 3rd slot. So go ahead.
I'm gonna take probably the most classic Pokemon with this pick. I'm gonna go with Pikachu.
Oh no!
Thunder Shock.
Pikachu.
I'm taking him simply because he's one of the most classic. I think he's strong. I mean, it's Thunder Shock, Thunder. I like Pikachu, and he's cute.
So Pikachu is actually like incredibly weak, but because Game Freak loves him, they give him like a lot of love. So they give him like random items like the light ball that only work with Pikachu to make him strong, because they want Pikachu to be good.
But I think you got that name recognition, dude. If someone's talking about Pokemon just in general, Pikachu's I think the most popular for sure. You've got the movies, TV shows, and whatnot. But yeah, dude, I'm a little upset that you took him because I really wanted the name Valley on my team, but yeah, dude, I love Pikachu. Obviously, like I said, I started with the yellow version, so I really, really love Pikachu. And I think if you watch the TV show, somehow Pikachu is like one of the most OP Pokemon of all time because he just overcomes everything. So
I thought you were gonna take him. That's why I didn't expect it.
Yeah, you took Alakazam and Pikachu, so I'm really pissed off right now. Well, Dev, you got 2 back-to-back picks right here. Where are you going?
Well, so I'm surprised no one has picked an evolution yet, so I'm going to take my favorite of the evolutions, and that's Vaporeon. So I always liked the water one. I thought he was super cool. I already have a water type, but that's okay. We can never have enough water Pokemon. I think that's probably my favorite typing. So I'm going to take Vaporeon, and then with my next pick, I'm going to go into Gen 1 again, but I'm probably going to, that's like my last Gen 1 Pokemon, so you guys can duke them out, and I'm going to take Clefable. Because you talked about Gengar. I'm gonna get the light version of Gengar. They actually look kind of identical. I don't know if you've seen the theory. Like a lot of people think that Gengar is a dead Clefable. Like it's like an interesting fan theory.
Nice.
But I'm gonna take Clefable, and yeah.
Ryan, you're back up. Where are you going? Please don't take one of mine.
This one I'm gonna take Hitmonchan.
Okay, sweet.
I think he's probably one of the best fighter Pokemon. I don't know for sure. Dev can put some knowledge on me, but I think he's one of the better fighting Pokemon, and also he can get 3 moves of different. I forget what, but he has like a fire punch, an ice punch, and a water punch or thunder punch.
Thunder punch. Yep.
So he has 3 different moves that can work on 3 different types of Pokemon and be super effective. And so I like him as a fighting Pokemon, and I like Jackie Chan, so it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, he's a good Pokemon. Like, I think he lives up to his name. He plays exactly like you would expect. He punches things, and that's what he does.
Yeah, I think growing up, I preferred him on the way he looked. And I think he's just way more swaggy. But I think in the games, like I think Hitmonchan's the way to go because of what Ryan just said, like the Thunder Punch, the Ice Punch, the Fire Punch. Like Hitmonlee is just like doing low kicks and shit, and you're like, no, I'm good, dude.
I always preferred Hitmonlee, like the look of him too. I think it was just super cool. I actually think Hitmonlee is based on Bruce Lee.
He is.
So.
Yeah. So yeah, you're still winning with that one. Okay, so that puts me back on the board. Woo, woo, woo. So I got 2 back-to-back here. Shit, I don't even know where I'm going. So you know what? I missed out on Alakazam. I missed out on Pikachu. So right here, I'm going to take Ditto. Just so I can have every Pokemon that I want. You guys got them. Now I got them too. In the games, I think he learns 1 or 2 of the moves of the actual Pokemon, but I think that's pretty good, dude. Like what a troll Pokemon. He just looks like you, and then he takes like 2 of your moves. I think that's really dope. And yeah, like I said, I missed out on a couple of my favorites, so now I can have them on my team as well. And with my 5th pick, I'm a little worried right here. Let's see, we got a fire, we got a ghost, we got like a normal type. I guess we got 2 normals. You know what? I'm gonna take Jolteon right here, because I think his pin missile is actually one of the best moves in the game, and I think he just looks the cutest. He's probably the cutest to me, and yeah, I think he's badass. So I think there's probably a couple more really badass Pokemon that I should have taken, but I'm just gonna take my favorite and take Jolteon. So I'm gonna be okay with it. So Ryan, that's back to you. If no one's gonna talk about Jolteon or Ditto.
Yeah, I mean those are good picks. I love Ditto. I think it's so cute.
All right, here's your 5th pick, Ryan. So where are you going?
I think this 5th pick, I feel like I have to take Blastoise with this pick. I mean, he's still available. He's one of the starters. I think he's one of the strongest water Pokemon. One of the coolest looking with a shell and the Hydro Pump and the little... I gotta take Blastoise. I think that's a good value for a 5th pick.
Yeah, Blastoise is cool. It's a good starter Pokemon, and you can never have enough water Pokemon.
Nope, I'm on with Dev. Me and Dev are going to duke out some water Pokemon on this Pokemon battle.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, dude, like you said, I think Blastoise was a great deal. I could have taken him instead of Jolteon or Ditto, to be honest. I was thinking about it. But yeah, like you said, starter Pokemon. He's like really heavy set. His defense is really high. And he has those like little guns going on for the hydro pump and shit on his shell. He looks really dope. So nice pick. Dev, that gives you your last 2 picks. So
Yeah, so I'm like debating if I should troll you guys or not. So that's the hard part is debating that, or should I just take some of my favorite Pokemon? I think I'm just gonna troll you guys. So I'm gonna take the most troll Pokemon there is, Wobbuffet. So I'm sure you guys remember watching the games or watching the show, and Jesse, I think, yeah, one of the Team Rocket members had a Wobbuffet, and it's so funny. It can't do anything but counter. It doesn't attack itself. It can't do any of that, but it can counter, and I think that's hilarious. So I'm gonna take Wobbuffet.
That's hilarious, dude. When you said troll, I didn't even know if you're just talking about the TV show solely, because like Psyduck was a huge troll in the TV show. But yeah, Wobbuffet, he just kept out yelling his name and shit, dude. He's like, Wobbuffet, right? He's like, that's all he did in the TV show. But yeah, hilarious pick right there.
When I think of Wobbuffet, I think of Super Smash Brothers. When you get the Pokemon, he comes and he just stands there and blocks your way. That's the thing of Wobbuffet.
Yep. Oh yeah, he does. He's like a punching bag, and if you hit him in Smash Bros, he like launches you. Yeah, yeah. I actually forgot about Smash Bros because some of the Pokemon I like kind of fell in love with because of that game, which is really interesting. Just because it was so much fun when you would throw the Pokeball out and they would just be like complete badasses. You know, like Goldeen was the one you always wanted to avoid. Like, you get Goldeen, you get to do all this work to get a Pokemon that just splashes around.
I mean, which Pokemons were like very prominent in the game? Because I know I've seen like Charizard, I think, and I've seen Pikachu as a selectable character.
They're like in the game, but they weren't like in the Pokeballs, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like they were actual fighters.
Gotcha.
But like there was like different Pokeballs you could throw out, like it was just an item, and they would spawn like random Pokemon that would like help you. So it's interesting for sure. But I think with my last pick, I'm going to take another troll pick, and you guys will not understand why it's a troll pick, and I'm not going to tell you until we play, and then you see it destroy your whole team, and that's Butterfree.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to take Butterfree with my last pick. I think it's a hilarious Pokemon. You guys are going to laugh your asses off when Butterfree sweeps you, and it's going to be so funny.
I mentioned Butterfree yesterday.
Yeah. Dude, I think definitely one of the best Pokemon, dude. I think if you're taking a bug Pokemon, that's the one to take. Just because all those like those powders or pores or spores, whatever it does, it puts you to sleep. It poisons you. It just really fucks you up, man. You know what? I might have to change my last pick because of that. I don't know if it's actually good or not. But dude, Butterfree, yeah, really badass, especially in the show too. When Ash lets it go, you're just like, oh man, Butterfree. But all right, I'm quite sure Butterfree's gonna fuck everybody up because I know in the games it does the same, and I had it on my list especially for that reason. So because I know the poison really kills you in the showdown. But all right, well Ryan, your last pick right here.
I think Devin's gonna poison us all with Butterfree.
Yeah.
And our Pokemon just slowly gonna die while we're fighting his other Pokemon.
Yeah.
Just wait. You'll see my plan.
We're done.
Right.
Game over.
Ryan, last pick right here. Where you headed?
This last pick, this may come out of the blue for y'all because I'm on Gen 2 with my last pick.
Oh.
And I think this is one of the cutest Pokemon. So that's why I'm taking it. I'm taking Togepi.
Yeah.
And it learns Metronome, which I think is one of the best moves ever. Because that just gives you a random move, right? It does some.
Yeah, it gives you a random move every time.
Yeah, I'm taking it just because it has Metronome and it's a cute Pokemon.
It's super fun. We can actually do a Metronome battle on Pokemon Showdown, which is where you have like full teams where the only move anyone knows is Metronome, and you just watch to see who wins. It's like gambling, right? You're just like pulling a slot machine every time. It's super fun. But yeah, if you didn't know, Togepi actually evolves twice. So it evolves into Togetic and Togekiss. So.
Oh, I should have taken Togekiss.
Oh, well, Togekiss is Gen 4 Pokemon, so I wasn't sure if it's like allowed or not. But
sounds
yeah,
like
I'll find you a cool Togetic Tick, which is the middle evolution, set for Showdown. So when we play, you can have fun, and I'll put Metronome on there just for you.
Nice. Yeah, Ryan, you should obviously should have taken Togedick. I think it's right up your alley with a lot of your picks. With my last pick, I think there's a lot of good names. We'll obviously do some honorable mentions. I'm just gonna go off the board just because Dev took Butterfree. I'm gonna have to try to take some counter. I don't even know if it's good or not, so I might fuck up my team right here. You know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna have fun. Forget that Pokemon. I'll let you know what it is later. I'm gonna take Dragonite right here.
Yeah, Dragonite's amazing.
I think Dragonite's a badass. Dude, obviously Lance in the Elite Four has him, right? He's the Dragon Master. I think the evolution looks really cool too with Dratini and the way it works. Like, how did you get this little blue Pokemon and then it becomes this huge ass like orange Pokemon? Doesn't even make sense. But he looks like orange Barney to me. But
He does look exactly
one
like
of
an
the
orange
most. He looks like a just straight up orange
exactly
Barney.
like an orange.
And
It's called Dragonair just did some tanning on his way to evolution.
and like I don't even know what his moves are, to be honest, because I played Lance last night and basically he used like agility and like reflection or something. Like he didn't even do shit to me.
His moveset in the game like is terrible, but he's actually really good.
Okay. Well, hopefully it works out. And I'll just tell you right here, the other Pokemon I was going to take to counter Butterfree was Venom Moth, just because they too have the powders to sleep and poison people. I played the game, like I said, the past few days because you mentioned it, and the poison thing really fucks shit up. So real quickly, we'll talk about some honorable mentions and anything else Pokemon related you want to talk about. So Ryan, you want to go over your team and any honorable mentions?
So I took Gyarados, and then Alakazam, Pikachu, Hitmonchan, Blastoise, and ended it with Togepi. I think I got two of the cutest Pokemon, and then two of the strongest Pokemon, the best psychic Pokemon, and then Jackie Chan. So I mean, that team is. I think I like that team. I think it's a nice, cute combination.
Did you not write down who you chose, Ryan?
No, I keep it in my brain.
Right? Dude,
Yeah.
it was gonna be hilarious if you named some other Pokemon you didn't say.
What? I didn't take that? Oh. My honorable mentions. I was really leaning towards taking Jigglypuff so I can sing very beautifully to everybody, but it was number 7, so I only had 6 picks. I had Ninetales as a fire Pokemon. I didn't take a fire Pokemon on this one. And then Dutrio I was leaning towards Dutrio because I love Dig. And Jinx for ice.
Yeah.
Because it's just some like random lady that just has ice moves. I don't understand, but
and one of the first Pokemon you face in the Elite Four too. But yeah, those are some good ones. Dev, you want to go over yours?
Yeah, so I took 3 Gen 1 and 3 Gen 2 Pokemon, so I got a nice mix. I got Feraligatr, Shuckle, and Wobbuffet. So I got Feraligatr, who's a really strong Pokemon, and then two Troll Pokemon with Shuckle and Wobbuffet. And then for my Gen 1 Pokemon, I got Vaporeon, which is my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon, other than Mew, but Mew wasn't allowed to be picked. And then Clefable and Butterfree. So I tried to. So for like my honorable mentions, I had a lot of like actually good Pokemon, but I didn't pick them because like I didn't want to go too hard. But like the Gen 2 Pokemon that I love that I didn't pick is Gligar. He's not actually very good, but I really like him. And then Tyranitar. So if you don't know, like Dragonite is actually what they call a pseudo-legendary, which means that he has the stats of a legendary, despite like not being a legendary. So it's a really good pick. Tyranitar is the pseudo-legendary for Gen 2. So
Gotcha.
he has the same stats as Dragonite. He's
Nice.
like really, really strong. So, but I didn't want to go too hard.
Yeah, and that one's like the fully green Reptar, right?
It's like green and black, and it's like a giant dinosaur. It's really cool.
That's pretty dope. Well, I have a lot more honorable mentions, but you guys are being nice about it, so I'll try to keep it quick. All right, so my team, I went with Charizard, probably like the most badass in the TV show, just like an attitude problem. So it is what it is. I think he's, obviously probably everyone's favorite starter Pokemon, Charmander, and going through that and getting Charizard. I went with probably, the coolest, you got Gengar, really cool ghost Pokemon who knows like psychic moves as well. I obviously out on Alakazam. I wanted to pair them both up. But yeah, I'm happy with Gengar Haunter being one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Then I followed it up with Snorlax, probably one of the most badass Pokemon of all time. He sleeps, he eats, he fucks shit up, and he'll probably destroy you. He can learn anything, dude. I told you the TMs. He can learn like Thunder, Ice Beam, Solar Beam. He learns everything. He's just a total baddie. Then I followed it up, since I miss out on so many Pokemon, I took Ditto because now I have all the Pokemon, and now I feel really good about my team. And he doesn't learn all the moves; he only learns like one or two, but I really enjoy him. And I took probably my favorite Eevee evolution, which is Jolteon. Especially in the game, if you don't have yellow and you don't get electric Pokemon, I think Jolteon's the way to go. Pretty cute, very powerful. The pin missile move, dope as hell. And I ended my team with Dragonite. Definitely one of the stronger Pokemon, I think. He looks kind of troll, but he does work. And yeah, I'm hoping he can resurrect my team to a victory. Real quickly, honorable mentions. Shout out to you, Henry Shin, because I know we love this Pokemon. I really wanted him on my team, and that is Scyther. Scyther.
Oh, yeah.
Total baddie. I know in Generation 2, I think he evos into like Scizor, right?
Yeah. Also, one of the strongest Pokemon in the game, Scizor.
Is he like a Steel in Generation 2?
Yeah, it's Bug and Steel.
Okay.
Scyther is Bug and Flying.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, I think Scyther was like one of the coolest looking ones, and right up there is probably Magmar as well. In the TV show, he's pretty cool. I ran across one yesterday, didn't get him, but it is what it is.
Magmar actually evolves in Gen 4, so they
really?
added an evolution for him too.
Nice.
And Electabuzz.
Yeah, because they gave the kids in Generation 2, right? Like the Magpie or whatever, and
they gave a few
kid
Pokemon. For some of them in Gen 2, because they introduced breeding in Gen 2, which is really fun. So
nice. So real quick, Rhydon, I thought was a really badass Pokemon. Same with Nidoking. Like those are just like big bulky dudes, and I was like, oh shit, they're pretty dope. I don't know if I wanted them on my team because they don't really do shit. But as normal, but yeah, Cloyster. I think if you're talking about from Magikarp to Gyarados, what is it, Shelter? To Cloyster, like that's like a little wimpy Pokemon to like this total badass with this like huge defensive shell and shit. Really thought about him here. So real quickly, I'm just gonna name the rest. Machamp, really dope. 4 hands, 4 arms, really really dope. Growlithe, his evolution as well. As Ryan mentioned, Ninetales and Vulpix. Kangaskhan, I think, is one of the most underrated. In the TV show, he messed things up, and I really wanted him on my team because I thought he could really do work. Just haven't played with him or seen him too much, but I think that's about it. I think Beedrill looked the dopest compared to Butterfree, but he's not as good as Butterfree, so...
Yeah. Beedrill actually got a Mega Evolution, so it became really good.
Oh, really?
Got that, yeah.
Damn.
But, yeah, you mentioned Cloyster. I was going to pick Cloyster too. I was talking to my friend on, like, how I control you guys. And I was going to pick Cloyster because Cloyster has one of the most broken moves in the game called Shell Smash, which doubles all of its stats, basically.
Oh, shit.
So like, I would have just caught you guys off guard and just swept the whole team with Cloyster. But I was like, I don't want to be that mean.
Damn, dude. Yeah, I need some water type Pokemon. I think he's one of the most badass looking. Probably should have taken him now. I feel bad now. Thanks.
He's Cloyster, which you would never expect, right, is like competitively viable in the current generation in the top league.
Right. No, like obviously I had no idea about that.
Yeah.
But I think if you look at the water Pokemon in Generation 1, they're quite weak, right? You got like Horsey, right? You've got like Staryu, and you're like, nah, dude, these don't look cool. Tentacool doesn't look cool. Goldeen looks like trash. Like if you get a Cloyster, right? Like he actually looks like he's a mean, smug face, and you're like, oh shit, he's really dope mofo.
But then you
real
got
quickly-
Gyarados and Blastoise.
yeah. Like
You're not a Slowbro fan?
I'm not a Slowbro
Oh,
fan.
Slowbro.
You obviously get the Lapras in Generation 1. I think it's okay.
I love
It's pretty
Lapras.
good. I think it's really good on your team, but it's just not one of my favorites. Just two quick ones in Generation 2. I really liked Onyx, and turning into Steelix I think is really badass. I think I preferred... Dude, you got a rock Pokemon turn Steel, and he looks totally like badass. And Miltank. I don't know, dude. Something about him. That's the female counterpart of Tauros. What was the guy's name?
Tauros, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Tauros.
in Gen 1, and then Miltank's in Gen 2, yeah.
Yeah, there's just something about him.
So if you didn't play the Gen 2 games, like Miltank is actually kind of like a meme, because in one of the third gym leader has a Miltank, and it's like absurdly powerful and just wrecks you over and over again. So it's like considered one of the hardest gym leaders in all of the games.
Oh.
Like because Miltank has this move called Rollout, which like gets more powerful every time it's used in a row. And she just uses that and sweeps your whole team.
That makes sense. I think I played a little bit of Silver, and like one of the people you run into had one and really fucked shit up. I think that's why I like Miltank. I think Mareep as well just looked cool in the show. You got like a little sheep that like produces electricity. What is going on here?
Have you seen the evolution of Mareep? It actually is Ampharos. It's like a weird looking. You should look it up. It's really cool looking. But you actually in Gen 2 like heal one. There's like one that gets sick. It runs the lighthouse. So like I think it's really cool that in the Pokemon games they like made the application, like they tried to make them like, if Pokemon were real, like we'd be using them for electricity. Like we'd be using them to like so like they're using a Pokemon to like as a lighthouse, as a light for the lighthouse.
Right. And they had like some in Generation 1. I forgot which one it was, but like moving shit, like heavy shit. It's probably like Machamps or Machokes or something. But yeah, dude, like I like the utility of the Pokemon and if they're like real and what they'd be doing. So obviously we will take these teams to battle, and look forward to that episode. Are there any other things you want to talk about Pokemon real quick? Obviously we'll have the showdown another time, and we'll add it after this episode. So look forward to that. I think my team looks really dope. I like these Pokemon. I don't know if they'll win because obviously Dev's like a master champion out here.
I think Ashish is going to win, actually. I think you have the best teams, so.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. But, I don't know how this is going to play out. Like, obviously he knows how to play way better than me. But, yeah, I really like my team here. But any other closing remarks? Like I said, I think it was really cool that you had to trade with other people. If you don't have friends, you're kind of screwed. You just have to buy all the games and try to work it out yourself. But yeah, any other things about Pokemon?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we're going to talk a lot more about Pokemon in our bonus episode, so look out for that. It's going to be lots of fun to watch us actually battle the teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Pokemon. Shout out to Pokemon. I still play it. I'm excited, and I hope it keeps staying great.
And maybe one day you'll catch them all.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Wow, I thought that comment was a little far-fetched.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh, poopatar all over my comments.
Oh, man.
I mean, I think Gary really had a Farfetch, right? In most of the games and shit. You're like, oh, this is a really dope bird Pokemon, and I'm stuck here with like Pidgey shit. Like,
dude,
it is what it is.
Awesome. Don't diss my Pidgeot, man. I love Pidgeot. I also consider taking Pidgeot. It's one of my favorites.
I think in Generation 1, like that's one of the Pokemon you have to start with, right? Because you got your starter, you're just running into like Rattatas and Pidgeys all the time, so you're just like, okay, I guess I'll get a Raticate and a Pidgeot at some point. But yeah, dude, I think Pokemon is just such a big deal for all of us growing up.
I always tell my friends this, like, if they could just bring Pokemon to my phone, like, it's better than any mobile game. Like, forget your Doodle Jump, your crap mobile games. Like, I would much rather just be playing Pokemon on my phone.
Dude, for sure. Dude, one of the best games of all time growing up. And yeah, dude, if it was on your phone, I think they'd make a killing in sales, dude. Like, really.
It'd be so much easier to trade with people. You can like message them.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Yeah, just text. Oh, I texted
Hey, Dad.
Hunter.
Yeah. Someone needs to hit up Nintendo and Game Freak, and let's get this in motion, people. Dude, I think it's really funny in high school during the finals week. People just started bringing out their Game Boys. I was like, what? This is just such a throwback. But yeah, dude, really, really good times. And yeah, so obviously we really love Pokemon. If you have any questions, if you want to talk about it, hit us up. I'm at Ashish Airy. Dev is at Supa Laser. That's at SUPALASER. But yeah, dude.
Get through the Pokemon episode. Just one last thing. I have to mention Vern Zhang. If you guys, so it would be a shame to not mention him here. If you guys didn't know Vern, he was in my grade. He was a homecoming king, and he was a huge Pokemon nerd. So shout out to Vern. We love you, Vern. I don't know what you're up to, but keep being awesome. Henry will get a kick out of that, I'm sure.
Look forward to the bonus episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate it so much. And until next time, Saita!